September 2nd, I believe, 2021, Bismarck, North Dakota. Raining cats and dogs all day today as I try to get through North Dakota on the way to Montana to deliver this in Great Falls. This is still that Class C. I just wanted to point out what a piss poor design that is. Of course, it's raining hardcore, but the top of the rain gutter stops right there at the door. Now watch this. What do you think? I'm thinking piss poor design. Yeah, this is one of the million of reasons why I probably would not buy a Class C, especially not this design. I like how it's got the overhead bed and it's got plenty of space here. You could sleep on the couch, you could sleep there. If you, well, it's about 5.5 foot tall person could, maybe 6 foot. You gotta have your feet off, hang off of it. And then the bed out there is designed to go that way when the slide comes out, so you can make more of a mat and the mattress flips over. So you can make more of a bed, but it'd be a pain in the ass to do that every night. I'd end up just cutting that end of that mattress off and sleeping diagonal on the end of that rear bed if I had this design, and I just would never put that slide in the back out. It's just pointless. And then of course you can see right there that kitchen slide is just pointless, like I pointed out in the last video. Well, I just wanted to show you some of the design flaws. This one also has a radio that when you turn the key on, it comes out like that, which looks pretty, but I guarantee you within like a year and a half that'll be all worn out by the time that radio, see, that screen comes out and does that. It does that every single time it turns on and goes back in there every single time. It does give you the option for watching a movie on this teeny tiny little TV, so unless it's rigged somehow to that TV that's on the overhead, I think that's kind of pointless. But it is a DVD player. I'm guessing it must be rigged to that up top, otherwise who would want to watch a movie on that teeny tiny screen, for one thing, and two, I don't think it's quite legal to have it up here where you can, you know, drive with the movie playing. So I don't think that thing will let you drive while the movie's playing. I don't have a DVD to check it or test it to find out, and so far I've not been able to figure out how to do the Bluetooth or send it to it or whatever from the phone to the TV to see. I don't think it has that option. So that, but I'm just talking about the actual screen that comes out and comes back in. Less than a year and a half, that'll be all worn out from all the times coming in and out of here, unless they happen to use this just 1 week in a month, like most people who buy these things do, in which case it might last a couple, 2 or 3 years, because you're letting it sit for a week or two at a time before you use it again. Full timer, you know, less than a year, that thing will be worn out from use every day, turning the engine on and that thing flips out. Little designs that, you know, would make it pointless to live in this thing full time, like that right there with the rain. Happens on both sides where they got the rain gutters coming down at. I'm just flat out amazed that they don't have it coming out right at the mirror, so it just drips on the mirror the entire time you're driving. At least they didn't do that. And while you're driving, you know, it doesn't really do that, but while you're stopped, that's just a piss poor design, because you would get, the door is going to make you wet as you get out in the rain. If the rain doesn't, the door reflecting the rain will. So I just pointed out on the video things I've noticed. Like and subscribe, leave comments on this part 2 of this video for the Class C that goes to Great Falls, and we'll catch you on the flip. Check out the merchandise below in the description. Catch you on the flip. Peace. In part of September 2nd, 2021. Just checking out the view. You know, I've said it before and I'll say it again. There's absolutely no excuse why you can't come out here and do this yourself. Other than maybe if you're in debt or something, but pay off your debt and come out here. This is North Dakota between Beach and Dickinson. And it's an amazing view. Every day I feel like I'm living retirement. I love this job. I mean, this job doesn't take much. You have to get a $85 DOT physical. You have to have a basic, pretty clean driving record, obviously. Over 23 at the earliest, at the youngest. You know, routinely they want at least over 25 for the commercial insurance. Other than that, there's no reason you can't come out here and do this. It didn't take me much to do this. You have to watch a little bit of some safety videos and take a drive test. And there we are. And I literally feel like I'm retired every day. Every single day. I have ups and downs in my life like anybody else, you know. Some days go good, some days go not so great. this. I'm just hanging out here right now because I'm going ahead of time and I'm waiting on a friend of mine to get back from the other way. So I just thought I'd stop on the side of the interstate, which I know ain't the greatest of a spot, but I love this view right here. Every time I come through North Dakota, this is almost the best view that I can think of, besides a little bit of the Badlands back there at Medora, North Dakota, which I could have showed you, but I didn't think of it till now. Maybe I'll show you on the next round. That sign over there is the Badlands, or the ending of it. Northern part of the Badlands for North Dakota. But I just want to stop and make a really quick video, like I've done time and time before, and show you that you can get out here and do this for pennies a day, even. I mean, this time around I'm pretty good, pretty sad at the moment, but I've done it before where I get out here for $1 a day, you know, especially with this job, because this job they pay you 50% up front, 30 to 50% up front, like basically the cost of the fuel to take it, plus about $100 worth for your fuel for the trip to get it there. And you take a trip for 2 days or 4 days, possibly 6 days, give or take, you know, about a week worth, sometimes depending on the type of trip you want to take, and then they pay you for your time doing it on the final inspection after that. You bring the RV in there and they inspect everything, they pay you the other 50%, and that's all yours except for, you know, the cost to get transportation to get back to take another trip. But other than that, I mean, I barely feel like I'm working. I'm driving a little bit, yeah, but I love driving. So you do something you love for your life, and it won't feel like you're working ever again. It's a common saying, and I truly believe it. Every day, like retirement, get out here and live your life. Don't be waiting until you're 60, because by the time you're 60, 65, 70, whatever, you may not be physically able to come out here and do this. You might be so far in debt that you still have to work for the rest of your life until you die. You know, there might be other complications. I say get out here and live your life now. If this is what you want to do, at the very least take a year off of your normal life. Set everything aside, plan for it, you know, pay for the money ahead of time, like a long week vacation instead of a 2-week vacation or week vacation like some people take, and they call it good. They live that entire year for that week vacation. You know, if you can get away, set aside a year. Come out and see if this isn't what you want to do. I mean, if you're watching my videos, a good part of you wants to do this. You want to do expediting or RV transporting, or you just want to go live in a van or an RV and see how people do it on a day-by-day basis. You know, I'm just saying. The only excuses, the only limitations are your own excuses and your own limitations. I'm gonna get back to jamming. Peace.